Hello everyone, I'm Ken Schwartz, the Artistic Director of Two Planks and a Passion Theatre. I'm speaking to you today from the Sabaganagati region of Mi'kma'ki, which is also known as Kings County, Nova Scotia. Specifically, I'm speaking to you from the Ross Creek Centre for the Arts. The Ross Creek Centre is a beautiful, multidisciplinary arts facility overlooking the world's highest tides in the Bay of Fundy. Covering 178 acres and featuring an incredible array of facilities and natural beauty, the Ross Creek Centre has become an essential part of Nova Scotia's creative landscape. Today, I'm especially grateful to be at Ross Creek because I get to share with you all the details of our 2025 summer season at Two Planks, which is our 34th. In the summer of 2007, Two Planks began an incredible collaboration with nature. Right here by this pond at the Ross Creek Centre, we opened a production of Rick Chaffe's adaptation of The Odyssey. It was an award-winning hit that launched us on a journey we are still on some 19 years later. It established many of what would become hallmarks of our work here: a marriage of nature and the imagination, the use of our incredibly beautiful landscape, live music, large-scale casts, and new perspectives on old stories. If you haven't been to a Two Plank show at Ross Creek yet, here's a quick peek at what that experience is like.
Culture is so vital to Nova Scotia, not just historical and heritage culture, but also contemporary art. What amazes me and what actually drew us to be located in this area in the Annapolis Valley was actually bringing visitors to this community and to celebrating what we have to offer here.
We partner with a wide variety of businesses in the Valley so that we can enhance the entire experience a visitor has. We don't consider a visitor's experience to begin when they sit down in a seat and begin watching play. It's about creating multiple reasons for people to enjoy themselves in the region.
Sometimes people come and they say, oh great, we're going to go for a hike on Cape Split, or we're going to have lunch at this fabulous restaurant, or go to the winery. Well, this gives you an opportunity to have a bit of an adventure in a different way, an adventure for your imagination and for your mind. And so it's a pretty special thing that you can only see in this location.
And now it is my pleasure to share with you the plays that we're producing here at Ross Creek in 2025 and introduce you to the incredible artists that will be bringing them to life. Up first, Quixote, by yours truly, adapted from the novel by Cervantes. A comedy, an adventure, and perhaps one of the best-known stories of an unlikely friendship ever written, Don Quixote by Cervantes is reimagined into an epic piece of outdoor theater, featuring large-scale puppetry, music, and more than a few surprises. Adapted by myself and featuring costumes and puppets designed by Diego Cavadon Diaz, the production begins previews on June 26th and opens at Ross Creek on the 28th. At the very same time, we are creating a new musical theater piece for our By Fire series, a new spooky musical called The Haunting of Sleepy Hollow. A new take on one of the scariest stories ever written, this new musical adaptation of the legend of Sleepy Hollow by Washington Irving reimagines the life of Ichabod Crane and the residents of the village of Sleepy Hollow as a parable on the keeping of secrets and how outsiders are or aren't welcomed. Featuring some spine-tingling puppetry and a new score by Alan Cole and myself, the award-winning creators behind Two Planks' productions of Animal Farm and Frankenstein, The Haunting of Sleepy Hollow opens on June 28th and closes on August 16th, 2025. Which brings me to the incredibly talented company of performers who will be bringing both of these plays to life. Hilary Adams, Burgundy Code, Henricus Gillis, Becca Gilderson, Santiago Guzman, Omar Alex Khan, Chris O'Neill, and Hugh Ritchie are the wonderful people who will be bringing both of these productions to life. Yours truly will be directing, Sarah Prosper will be the movement director for Sleepy Hollow, and fight director extraordinaire Karen Bassett will bring her expertise to all our daring do. And the best stage production team on the planet will return to Two Planks to bring these magical productions to our outdoor stages. And now it's my pleasure to introduce to you just one of these performers, who coincidentally is also the executive director of the Ross Creek Center for the Arts. Chris O'Neill will give you a sense of some of the things you can expect when you visit the Ross Creek Center for the Arts.
When I think about the experience of coming to Ross Creek, and specifically a Two Planks show, I think about the first time that I actually saw this property. And we turned down the Ross Creek Road and kept going about 3 kilometers down the road, and suddenly the vista opened up and we could see the Bay of Fundy. And then we saw down to the left the beautiful barns and fields, and fell in love. And when I think about what it's like and what we want for an audience member, we want that same sense of awe and wonder as they approach the center, to leave everything else behind and really just come for this unique experience. So when they come down, they check in at our little box office, they can get a picnic or some local wine. So again, we really try and curate that so that it's around our community and what our community has to offer. And then it's this beautiful conversation between the actors and the audience. So when we do our main stage show, we're under the beautiful skies here, which are huge and spectacular, and in this green grass with forests behind us. And the beautiful thing is that we can see the audience and the audience can see us, obviously, in a way that in indoor theater you don't always get. So we can see the reactions in real time, and there's an energy between the company members and the audience that is really beautiful. And then when we do the fireside show, there's this other sense of something that is really timeless around being around a fire together. So the actors and the audience are in this circle and experiencing something where the fire is really a player in the experience as well. And then we get to roast marshmallows afterwards, which is pretty cool.
Thanks very much to Chris and the entire team at the Ross Creek Center for the Arts. Now it's my pleasure to announce that we have a special third presentation as part of our 2025 season. Gale Force Theatre will be bringing their production of Icarus, The Falling of Birds, to the Ross Creek Center on August the 24th. I had a chance to talk to Lily and Francisca, and here's a little bit about that production.
Hi, my name is Francisca Glenn.
And my name is Lily Falk.
And we are artistic co-director Gale Force Theatre.
We are so excited to be bringing Icarus, A Falling of Birds, to Ross Creek Center for the Arts this summer.
This show is poetry on an epic scale. It's an adaptation of a book of poetry and photographs by Thaddeus Holonia and Harry Thurston.
This is going to be a totally magical, unique outdoor theater experience. It's a collaboration between Gale Force Theatre and North Barn Theatre Collective that celebrates interspecies connection, the work of those who live their lives to protect birds, and it features a dynamic ensemble of youth performers as well as professional string ensemble with composition by Blue Lobelia.
When you arrive for this one-time special show, we will move around the center of Ross Creek's outdoors. We will be walking, we will be sitting large-scale puppets, you will hear string live music, and you will be able to watch this dynamic landscape piece come to life in front of you. The show is Sunday, August 24th at 6 p.m. and will end just before dusk.
We hope to see you there.
Thanks to Gale Force Theatre, to Francisca, and to Lily. We can't wait to host you. Tickets for Quixote, The Haunting of Sleepy Hollow, and Icarus, Falling of Birds are on sale right now. You can visit us at twoplanks.ca and pick up your tickets for what is going to be an incredible summer at Ross Creek. I want to take a moment now to thank all of our funders, supporters, and partners who make this 2025 season possible. The Canada Council for the Arts, Arts Nova Scotia, the Nova Scotia Department of Communities, Culture, Tourism and Heritage, and the Craig Foundation have all made essential and ongoing contributions to our 2025 season. We also want to acknowledge the contributions of Jason Roth and Cheryl Stedman Roth, who have nurtured and supported the Ross Creek Center in so many ways and for so many years. Also, when you come to visit us at Ross Creek, you can take the time to visit with our partners at the Tangled Garden in Grand Pre, the Noodle Guy in Port Williams, Benjamin Bridge Winery in the Gaspereau Valley, and the Farmhouse Inn B&B in Canning. At a moment when the world is in a deeply uncertain place, coming to see a show at Two Planks is an opportunity to unplug from your phone, breathe fresh air, and gather with others to witness something unique, beautiful, moving, and transporting. For 19 years, we have been on a singular journey to discover what this landscape has to offer. This season is the result of all those previous years of learning and listening. We can't wait to share these productions with you in 2025. See you soon on the North Mountain.